Hey everybody and welcome back. Today we're looking at Am I the A-hole? Back again with another episode. If you don't know what this is a series where we pretty much look at people's stories on the internet and we judge if they are the a-holes in the stories or if they're relatively normal. Make sure to smash a like if you enjoy. Let's begin. Am I the a-hole for naming my child behind my wife's back? What? So my wife and I, 29 and 27, recently had a baby, a sweet baby girl, an absolute ball of joy. We started discussing names a few months before she was born, but we kept getting into arguments because we just couldn't come to an agreement. I'm a traditional man. I like traditional names with a rich history and profound meaning. My wife, on the other hand, wants to name our child something unique, something that literally no one else on the earth will think of. Some of her suggestions include Who He. Oh. Yes, Who He come for dinner. Okay, Joji. Okay, Jojo, you want to try that one? I'll go for Jojo. Yabba and Booza. Okay, you need a divorce ASAP. Like, bruh, listen, your name doesn't define you as a person at all. Okay, I don't like my name. Okay, I just go by a different name every time. If I could change my name, I mean, I think I can change my name. I guess it's just if there was like a button to change my name immediately, I'd do it, because nobody can pronounce my name and it's just really annoying, and it's a terrible name, but whatever. I feel like the legal process to do it is just really cringe. But also, I feel like your name doesn't represent you. It's just annoying seeing it on all those like legal documents or whatever. Anyone that can see these names are absolutely ridiculous, and she would probably never land a respectable job. Oh yeah, there's a lot of factors that go into a name I never actually realized. By the way, we're both Caucasian, so these aren't cultural names or anything. Okay, I suggested some names like Amelia, Ella, and Sophia, but she said those were too common. I mean, you don't want a Sophia or an Amelia. Nah. They sound like some TikTok influencers. No, I don't like yours either. Put off the topic of names for a while, but naturally, after she was born, we started talking about it again. She insisted on the name Booza. Okay, but I absolutely refused. I told her no one will take her seriously with a name like that, and that she was just pursuing the novelty of a unique name without thinking about what actually works for her. Why is this even a debate, man? This is so dumb. Just name them something and get on with their goddamn life. I saw that she was completely set on the name that she chose, and there was no way I could convince her otherwise. Ah yes, the $1 million name, Booza. She was going through the list like, Who He, this one's an 8 out of 10. Joji, 9.5. Jojo, I would give it a 10 out of 10, but okay. Booza. What the hell does Booza even mean? Does it mean anything in any languages? Is there something I'm missing here? Is it a name of a god? I don't know. So the next morning, I went by myself to register our daughter's name because I was worried my wife would go and do it for. Okay, that's kind of funny. Like, you're having nightmares at night that your wife is just gonna name your kid Booza. What random problems people have, honestly. It's hilarious. I chose a really pretty name for her that wasn't too old-fashioned, and I thought my wife would be okay with it. But when I got home and told her, she was furious with me. She said I was an a-hole. I thought okay, I was confused for a second. But I think she'd be the bigger a-hole for giving our daughter a name that could ruin her life. Wait a minute. You didn't tell me what you actually named her. Are you afraid, buddy? Are you afraid? Did you name her Booza 2.0? Cause I don't know, man. You didn't even give me the name to judge. If you gave it to me, then I could properly judge the situation. Now I have to do it with incomplete info. I'm mad. Do I support the guy or the Booza? I feel like the Booza is just too bad. I'm with a guy, bro. Just get it done, all right? Screw her, all right? I don't care. Okay, Reddit is saying that everyone's like, nah. We gotta go with the guy. You can't risk a Booza. A Booza, dude. 0. Okay. Not the a-hole. Alright, that's my judgment. Okay, am I the a-hole for making my son give up the signifiers of wealth at school, designer clothes and sneakers, being driven in nice cars, because he was making fun of kids for being less wealthy than us? Okay, just from the title, I'll say you're not an a-hole. I mean, they don't need designer clothes and sneakers regardless. And if you're making fun of kids for being less wealthy than you, then you're just a 0 out of 10 in my book. I don't know what to say. I'm a mother to a teenage boy The father is hardly in the picture. He pays child support, and that's about it. He's very absent otherwise. Another relevant thing, I'm pretty well off. I work in tech. My son's father is extremely wealthy, and the court order for child support is enough to pay for the best for my son. He goes to a fairly competitive private school, is in a lot of extracurriculars that it cost a decent bit. I just found out from school administration just this month that my son had been bullying several students for being less wealthy. Ooh, raised a rotten egg, did ya? For being dropped off at school in a budget sedan, for having name brand clothes that are not as expensive as other name brands. I was appalled by his behaviors, as you should be, okay? I had a talk with him about how this was wrong, and also about how it's not something he should have any personal pride in. He has no job, no savings, no investments. No wealth of his own. By totally random chance, he happened to be born into good circumstances, and that's it. I mean, this is a little bit harsh, but honestly, it's completely true. Like, if you're a rich kid, you know, like your parents are rich, and you didn't earn that money, you don't have any right to show off in anybody's face. Even if you did earn that money, sure, I guess you have a right to kind of like show off, but people are allowed to judge you for that, right? Because even if you earn money, like, what does that make you? Above other people? Doesn't make you shit, okay? It literally just makes you a guy with money, okay? Alright, the school admin and I arranged an apology between him and the kids he was bullying. Okay. I also decided that this year we're thrift shopping for clothes. No more brand name sneakers or clothes. And rather than driving him to school and activities in the Porsche or the Jaguar, I'm driving him everywhere in my 92's Jeep. That was one of my first cars that I mostly keep around for nostalgia and off-roading. Dude, I never get the thing with having cool cars or anything. Like, if you see a Lamborghini on the street, I don't know, are people actually like impressed or something? For me, you just kind of like look at it and then that's it. You get your like 5 seconds, you look at it, you're like, oh, that's kind of cool. But also, you know, if you're driving on a road every day, you're in like constant fear. If you bump into someone, that scratch is gonna cost like $50,000 to heal, right? It's just like, I don't know. With money comes a lot of problems, alright? I'm just saying, if it gets the job done, like, you can't even go at full speed in like, regular roads and stuff. Like, it's like, oh, you're a Lamborghini, cool, but you're also stuck in traffic with us for 4 hours. Like, I don't get it, okay? It's really beaten up. I've rolled it, taken off the doors, tried to fix the paint with rattle cans. The hell just happened to me? Tried to fix the paint with rattle cans at one point, lol. Young and dumb at that point. And for any activities he joins, he can borrow club equipment instead of getting his own bot. He was really upset about it all. I mean, my guy, you're bullying kids. Of course, you deserve this. Especially being driven to school and activities in a Jeep. He said that it was causing problems with his friends. He was looking bad at school. His friends' parents didn't want their kids getting in such an old vehicle with no doors. He also said that it was embarrassing for him to pretend he's poor. Dude, first off, it doesn't matter if you're poor or you're rich, okay? It's like, you don't have, it's your parents that are poor or rich, okay? You're just this unfortunate byproduct, okay? I'm saying unfortunate because clearly, dude, you can't even pay for the price of what you're doing, okay? First off, causing problem with his friends. If your friends, like, literally ditch you just because you don't have a good car, clearly they weren't friends in the first place, and, yeah, you should probably ditch them as well. I don't know, it's probably, like, a bunch of toxic people just getting cut out from your life. His friends' parents didn't want their kids getting in such an old vehicle with no doors. I don't know how dangerous this vehicle was looking, but whatever, we'll let that one slide. His dad, who overall had been absent, got upset with me because apparently word had gone down his circles that his son was being driven around town in a junker, and that I was making him use the club gear for sports instead of his own. And that was not a fair punishment because impressions matter and will affect the rest of his life. I see where he's getting the bullying attitude from the daddy, clearly. The mom seems to be the good side. Am I the a-hole for having this approach to parenting my son, who was bullying kids for being poor? I don't buy him new designer things or drive him places in luxury cars anymore. We shop at thrift stores, and I'm taking him to school. I drive a car from 92. My opinion, absolutely not the a-hole, because this is just a very rare case of actually good parenting. You know, all those like extremely spoiled like social media stars you see, they are a result like 99% of the time of bad parenting because their parents never actually did something and punished them for you know, messing with other kids, I guess. Like, you don't want to be little Tay out here, you know, bragging about all your wealth for absolutely no reason. I don't know what the dad's deal is. Who the hell cares if your son's being driven around in a junk car? Like, shut the hell up, dude. You want your kid to, like, grow up to be Jake Paul or something? Dude, just shut up. Okay, not the a-hole. Moving on.